Hello everyone, I'm Yogesh Mishra. Today we are going to talk about performance in Angular. Many apps feel slow not because the code is complex, but because Angular is doing a lot of unnecessary work. In this video, I'll show you how the combination of on-push and signals can make your applications feel much faster and with very little effort. So let's get started. Here what we will cover. So first we will understand why many Angular apps feel slow. Then I'll explain on-push in every simple terms. After that, we will see why Signal and OnPush work so well together. I'll also share practical patterns for lists and forms, the common mistakes that still kill performance, and a short checklist you can use in every project. The main reason many Angular applications feel slow is the default change detection strategy. By default, Angular checks every component in the tree, even the ones whose data never changed. So when a user clicks somewhere, Angular may recheck 50 or 7 or 50 or even 100 components. This extra work is what makes the UI feel laggy, especially on large pages. OnPush changes this behavior. When you use OnPush, Angular only checks a component in a few specific situations. It checks the component when an input reference changes, when an event originates from inside the component, when you manually mark it for check, or when an async pipe receives a new value. In all other cases, Angular simply skips that component. This is the foundation of better performance. Now comes the powerful combination. When you use OnPush together with signals, things become even better. You mark the component as OnPush and you pass data using signal inputs. Because signals already know when their value has changed, Angular can be much more precise about which components actually need to update. The result is fewer checks and a smoother user experience. So why this is fast? So I'll say that this combination is fast for several reasons. Signals tell Angular exactly when a value has changed, so there is no need for deep object or comparison. OnPush allows Angular to skip all the components that were not affected. The new input function is already a signal, so data flows cleanly from parent to child, and computed signals are cached, which means expensive calculations are run only when their dependencies actually change. One of the best places to apply this is large lists. In the parent, you keep the list as a signal. In the template, you loop the new for syntax and always use track with a unique ID. Each child component is on push and receives its data through a signal input when only one item changes. Angular can update just that one card instead of rechecking the entire list. The same idea works very well with forms. When you use signal forms inside an on push component, the form state itself is reactive. Angular only needs to update the part of the UI that are actually affected by the form changes. This keeps even complex forms feeling responsive. There are still a few mistakes that can destroy their benefits. Mutating objects instead of creating new reference is a common one. Mutating objects. Using heavy functions directly in the template is another. Forgetting to add track in for loops causes unnecessary re-renders, and putting too much logic inside a single large component makes it harder on push to help. Avoiding these mistakes is just as important as using on push and signals. Here is a short checklist you can follow in every project. Use on push or rely on the new default if you are on Angular 22. Prefer the new input signals over the old input decorator. Store component state in signals. Use computed for any derived values. Always add track when you loop over lists, and keep your components small and focused. These simple habits make a big difference. OnPush and Signals together mean less work for Angular and faster apps for your users. Use OnPush, prefer signal inputs, keep components small, avoid mutations, and always check your lists. If you found this video helpful, please like it, share it with your team, and subscribe. I'll keep bringing more practical Angular deep dives. I'm Yogesh Mishra, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.